Okay, I'm going to show you how to install one of the older style TV antennas. Now this is a TV antenna that has elements for low band VHF. That's not required anymore because low band VHF is not used for digital TV in Australia anymore. However, they still will work perfectly fine. And if you have one of these older antennas, or you can get one cheap, in most cases, in the capital C's particularly, they'll usually work just fine. You just need to make sure you have the correct band coverage for your area. So just removing it from the bag. Okay. So it's just a matter of folding out these arms and they snap into place. Don't forget the arms are underneath. Okay. Now at this stage then you can loosen off the U-bolt. Right, that should be enough to get me on the pole. Drop it onto the pole. Get it through a bit further. This one's just a bit tight because it's been in storage for so long. Alright, then you can tighten it off to the pole. Most of these will have the saddle in there, so just make sure that's lined up with your pole correctly. And you just want to bring it first of all to finger tight, so that it's gripping onto the pole. Alright, so now it's gripping onto the pole. So this is the point where you want to start aligning your antenna. I have a couple of videos on how to align digital TV antennas, but typically in many cases you can just point the same direction everyone else is pointing. So once you're happy with the direction it's lined up, then you tighten off firmly. Okay. Now, with these antennas, they typically have a little barrel-shaped device like this called a balun. Some of them will have them pre-installed like this one. Others will have little butterfly screws that you have to put them under. And when you open it up, you'll usually have an F connector socket like this. So it has a little shoe that's designed to protect the cable from the weather. So first of all, before you put a connector on the end of your cable, you need to put the cable through the shoe. Like that. So now I can put my F connector on this. Okay, so we just then screw it into the balun, making sure that the center conductor goes in the hole. I tend to do these off finger tight. You don't really need to tighten it any more than that. Then push the shoe back on, so make sure the gasket is sort of around the cable in the right way so water's not going to collect. Push it up and over and seal it up like that. So from there, then we'll grab some cable ties. You can also use black tape for this, but I prefer cable ties personally. And we cable tie it to the pole. And down the bottom of the pole, I always like to put a service loop in. This is so that if you ever need to re-terminate the end of the cable, you have the cable available to be able to do that. So you just put a loop of about 30 centimeters or so at the bottom of the cable. And then from there you'd run that into your roof to the splitter or to the first socket if there's only one socket. Trim the cable ties off. And that's done.